Alright, welcome back to today's video, guys. What the shit? That's not mine. I'm over at Matt's from First Gears today to polish the truck up because it's a sad day. It's a very sad day.
I'm selling it for the 14th time. But this time it might actually go. This is my family's farm truck. I like it very much. And I decided I kind of wanted to actually restore it, or half. It's like a half kind of restoration. So I kind of found the people myself to restore it, and then I ordered all this other stuff from LMC Truck. You can basically build this truck for only you could probably spend 50 grand and build this truck in crazy resto mod fashion. But basically I found a guy, this sketchy dude working out of his house, claimed that he worked somewhere painting cars. And I said, can you give me a good deal on a paint job? And I just really want it to be done well. And he said, yeah, sure, no problem. I made the mistake of trusting him, which is never something you should do with people that are working for you. And he told me, I need money, I have to pay rent and blah, blah, blah. And I said, fine, you're half done. I will give you, he said, I'll cut a couple $100 off, but I need money. And if possible, can you pay me before it's done? And I was an idiot, and I paid him. So I paid him the rest of the money. And from that point on, stopped communicating. He wouldn't be at his house when I would go there to look at it. And my parents thought, once they found out, they honestly thought he just moved out, just left. Because he rented the house. They thought he would just pack up and leave with my truck. So I got it back in horrible condition. These doors could not open. These new handles here, the button would go in and get locked in, and it wouldn't be able to come back out. So you couldn't open the door. I actually had to keep this unlocked so I could reach in and unlock it. These were scraping and they were all wrong. He kept a bunch of pieces, like the window roller on the right-hand side, just wasn't there. He couldn't get the back bumper off, so he left the original nasty back bumper on. So basically, he did most of the job and he stopped, and that was the big issue. So he honestly did an okay job painting it, but when it came to wet sanding, he wet sanded and he never polished or buffed on top of that, and he left the scratches from wet sanding there. And he claimed to be in a rush. He claimed I was rushing him, and I told him, take all the time you need. But he basically said, on the final day that it came time to pick this truck up, we showed up, he wasn't done, and he said, come back in a while, go to lunch, come back, and it'll be done. And he texts me while I'm at lunch and says, hey, I had to go out and do errands, but your truck's sitting there with the key in it and it's done. So I walk up and the truck is filthy, and the door's shut like this, and I walk up and I push this button, and it goes in, stays in, and the door goes and it drops down an inch and a half and just goes and creaks open this far, won't go any farther. I get in, I find the key, right? It's just filthy. I can't even describe to you how disgusting. Just horribly filthy. There's still tape all over it, just in pieces where he left it. I put the key in and turn it, and the battery's dead. And I look behind me, and the guy left an extension cord and a car starter. And that was my painting experience. So it spent the last year being gradually fixed up. We did the interior, which is what you saw in the other videos where we sort of self-restored the interior. So it looks good. The whole truck looks a lot better. It's got new tires, nice fancy bed liner. But now it's time to use Xander's expertise as my indentured servant to polish this truck and see if we can finish that idiot's job and actually make it look nice.
Now, I did test out a small section on the hood because originally, I don't know if it'll show up on camera well. Oh, there we go. But all of this was just scratched up, and it still is. But I took a buffer to it already with a wool pad and then some rubbing compound, swirl remover, and a foam pad. And there's still scratches and swirls, but it's not nearly as bad as before. Honestly, so we're going to see how much we can get out now.
Honestly, compared to that, it's actual perfection. Like, it looks like a brand new, perfect black car, and I'm already super pleased.
So we're gonna see how this goes. Hopefully it all turns out well and I don't hit a spot that's gonna like burn off real quick. But hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'm trying to make a few more detailing videos just because I like detailing a lot. I've been doing it for a little bit. And I like, it's a fun hobby, and if I can make cool content with it, then might as well do it.
Oh my god. Yeah, that might have been that's a horrible idea for the person that's trying to make the paint look good and like needs his eyes. Yeah, just like in that moment, just burn a huge section of the paint off. Oh my god. I'm gonna go around the corner and I'm just gonna like take a buffer pad to the head or something, but yeah. Well, I brought you some lumens.
Like the snowballs all over it.
Oh yeah, just like the snowballs. We love to just hurt you with projectiles. This is decently bad. Like, hopefully you guys can understand that's really bad. But the hood was like way worse. It was by far the worst part. And Xander has turned it into, I mean, to me it looks like the Mercedes in the other room compared to what it looked like before. And that's a very nice black paint job. It honestly feels like looking at that compared to what it used to be. So it's a massive improvement. It's looking fantastic. You're making it hard to sell. So maybe I shouldn't be thanking you.
Alright, so I'm a little bit further into the truck, and the hood looks great. It's all coming together very nicely. And also, if you haven't seen this truck before, there's several videos where we were trying to restore the interior of it, and it was kind of a nightmare. But the video, I'll put the playlist up there. But at one point in the middle of the night, and I don't know why I did this, I sheared a bolt for the seatbelt, and I can't remember why I needed to remove the seatbelt.
It was for the car?
But
it was for the, well, we thought it. No, it was for the car, but I think it needed to come out. But I just found it. And I just had this memory of you in there, and you're going and you're like, and I just hear, doom. And we're all like, oh my god, he got it free. And you just pop up and you're like, I got part of it free.
all I remember is by the end of that night, it was like, what, 5 in the morning or something like that. And I just said, oh, I'm going to drive home.
You had 10 minutes before you were sleeping on the bench seat, which was just laying out. And then you were going to go drive. I'm like, well, Xander's going to go die. And I guess we'll just keep going.
I love this truck. It looks so good. So hopefully you guys can see that there are a lot of scratches on there. Love it. There we go. Oh my god.
In the arms of the angel.
What's life anymore?
So, it doesn't show up very well on camera how many scratches and stuff there are in the paint, but we're going to do a comparison of the side I haven't done yet and the hood. So, here's the side that hasn't been touched yet. Oh, this hurts. Oh boy. Oh, look at that.
God.
That is rough.
Oh my god.
It's like somebody washed it with steel wool.
How drunk was he?
Right.
Look at that. It's like he doesn't understand wet sanding. He just got real.
He just really sanded it.
Got some real strong sandpaper, dunked it in some water, and just went. Oh.
But yeah, I haven't touched any of this yet, but I have done this, and compared to the side, it's quite a bit different.
It's amazing.
I mean, at this point, anything is better than that. Hopefully that time lapse makes it obvious that there is a huge difference with how this truck looks now compared to before. It looked really rough. Once we got under light, it looked really rough. I didn't know it looked as bad as it did. Anyways, I got the polish on, and God bless, it looks completely different. It's a whole different truck. I mean, there's still scratches and swirls in it, but I wasn't going for perfection because I'm not that good at it. But
Yeah, for it to be any better, the paint job just would have had to have been better.
oh yeah.
Because he dashed those things in there.
I mean, I think that if it was wet sanded a little bit better, it could have come out really good. But I mean, for the amount of scratches that are left, it just looks like a daily driver. It doesn't look like.
And for one day of work, and that's without wax, which we can show them now. I just buffed off the wax on this panel over here, and it is. I'm shocked. Look at that.
Hopefully we can see it, but yeah.
It like absorbs your phone's light. There's no like where it hits and spreads out. It just goes straight in.
It looks so much better than it did.
Amazing.
And the hood, originally the hood was probably the worst part on this whole thing, but now look at the shine. Like I can see my reflection and everything in it, and it's great.
My mind is blown.
Mine is. I didn't know how it was going to turn out, honestly. Because normally you get all excited about it, and then you bring out a big light, and then it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah, but we did it in the big light, or you did it in the big light. But man.
Yeah, I mean, having good light, it definitely makes it so much easier.
Man.
But no, like I'm really happy with that. It is kind of sad though, seeing as it's going to be going here soon, but it's all part of the process. All the bigger and better things.
It'll go to a happy home. Someone's gonna love it, and I'm not gonna sell it to someone that's gonna mistreat it, or I'm gonna have to beat
just like high school
some kid. My mom won't let it go to some kid. She'll go crazy before that happens.
I mean, with how this looks now compared, I wish I would have been making YouTube videos back in, what was that, 2016 or about 15, yeah.
Or 16.
I think 15.
16.
16. Yeah, now we got it. But back in like 2016, when we first whenever he had the pair of pliers go through his lip, that's how far back it is.
I'll have to send you pictures from that day. I have some.
Oh, you have pictures
I
of the
have
truck from
pictures right after we cleaned it up, and I have some of it looking tired and disgusting. But it's a whole different machine now. I mean, it's entirely different.
This video is going to be a lot of before and after pictures.
Yeah,
I feel like because video it doesn't do it justice. But once you get under the right light and you take a picture of it, you can see a huge difference now. And I'm still I'm blown away with how different it is now.
It's incredible.
Because I didn't think it was making much of a difference, and then I saw the picture I took before I started on the bed. And
Yeah,
damn.
it's beautiful. You did a great job.
Thank you. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this kind of video. I do like making the detailing videos, even though they're kind of hard to make because you're trying
Time
to.
consuming.
Yeah, and it's like once you get on kind of a time crunch, it's hard to film it, do it, and then film some more and put it all together. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you haven't seen his videos, go check out his channel. It will be up there. There we go. But go subscribe to him. Now YouTube's changed its they've changed a few things on me. So originally, once you hit 10,000, once we hit 10,000 views, we were supposed to have our account put under review, and that was my goal originally, and his goal. And as soon as that happened, now we have to have 1,000 subscribers too.
Yeah.
Not even a day later, so I'm upset about that. But you know what? We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button, drop a like, comment what you want to see next on the channel, and we'll see you guys next time. That's it.
Yeah. We did good. Just throw it. Throw it away.